This is Empress Phoenix Fire, and definitely came through to do a channeling. Aries, you are up next. I don't think I did a birthday reading for you, Aries. I'm not sure. Um, so what's coming up is we got some holy days coming up in the next 7 days, y'all. We got some holy days coming up. So I'm putting up some things on the website. Okay. I am doing okay, we're going to call forth the real numbers in the room. How's it 0 and there's 2 likes? How is it 0 people in the room with 2 likes? We're going to call forth the real room. We're going to call forth the protection and shielding from the Most High over this reading, over this channel, over the messenger, over those who seek to hear the knowledge. So we are grateful as always. Now, we got some holy days coming forward in the next 7 days. So I'm doing an inventory clearing. Okay, y'all remember my high priestess headgear, you know what I'm saying? Y'all remember these? Look, I got the Humsa on here. The Humsa bling. We got some hematite on this one. Hey, what's up? Thank you, beloved. We got some hematite, we got some turquoise, and we got some clear quartz on this one, y'all. Yeah. This one is carnelian. We got carnelian. We got gold stone, copper gold stone. You know what you mean? Yep, on this one, right? So I'm doing a big inventory. I'm trying to get rid of all the stuff. I was going through a bag of all the stuff I created. Some jewelry. I was in the mood to create some jewelry. So, so yeah. That's what's coming up. That's the next thing we're gonna be doing at a big sale. But okay, topic at hand. Gotta get this off my, like I said, I'm clearing out. I got a whole bunch of notes and stuff of channelings, and I'm like, I need to get these out. So chosen ones, you have always been watched by groups of people, organizations since you was a child. So I know myself, I was part of a big organization when I was growing up. I was part of the Jehovah Witnesses, right? We know that's the big, yes, Jehovah's organization. Yeah, I ain't gonna front. I learned a lot from that indoctrination camp. You was too, beloved. I learned a lot from that indoctrination camp. Look, we got reconciliation. Okay? I learned a lot. I learned how to speak in front of large audiences. It was harrowing as a child, but, you know, we were made to do it. It was like, oh, you got to make Jehovah proud. You know, you got to make your parents proud. So you got to go knock on these doors and talk to these grown folk about their moral standing in God's kingdom. You know what I mean? So, that was one organization where that was deep in rearing children. We already know that it's a pedophile haven. Okay, it is. And so I was being what, like, people had dibs. It's crazy. People had dibs, like, you know, adults would be like, and the guys would be, well, let's go out and field service together. You know, where do you see yourself in Jehovah's organization? Like, how far do you see yourself going up? Do you see yourself as a pioneer? Do you see yourself as going to Bethel, like being a shining example and working at the organization in Brooklyn? It's not in Brooklyn anymore, right? So that was a form of grooming that was taking place, like, and people from, you know, it was from different congregations too, that had their eye on me, and I had my eye on some people too. And I remember there was this one boy who I tried to impress him, and then he finally was like, oh, I'm gonna take you out. And I let him take me out. but he just wanted one thing. And I was like, oh no, like, you know, we supposed to be discreet about our shit. Like we're not, nah, I'm not doing that on the first date. And he was tight. So I was like, oh well, that's a dud. And it seems like, when we were growing up, hey, beloved, when we were growing up, it was like, how you always have that crush on that one person. And then sometimes when you finally get that chance with that person, or, yeah, you finally link up and it's like a big disappointment. Like they either just wanted one thing, or like their personality, it just sucked. Like his personality, it sucked to me because it was just like the only thing on his mind was just sex. Like he didn't have no conversation. It was like, yeah, 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 yeah. So when you gonna give me some? Like I was like, oh well, that's not happening, hun. Well, I want to get my dinner's worth. Yo, I was 16. We was like 16, 17. I think he was like, yeah, he was like 17 or something like that. But yeah, you know, we've been watched since young. Another example was I was in a gifted program in junior high school, and I remember in eighth grade we had to write like some type of essay, and one of my essays, like each gifted program, right, within the inner city, like I think my school represented the Bronx, right? So my at one I was chosen. It was me and two other students, and it was crazy because we were like the poorest in the class. It was me, Mark, I'll never forget, Mark Plummer, and his name was Hitler, but he was Dominican. Poor baby, he was teased so bad they called him every Platano. You smell like Platanos. And I remember, but he was smart, but he was bad. You know what I'm saying? And we was all poor. And I remember we had to dress up, and we got invited to this big celebration for our essays being printed in this magazine for Lincoln Center. And it was all of these big wigs, don people that were donating to these schools and to these gifted programs and stuff like that. These big wigs and from Manhattan. And I remember being in Lincoln Center, and I remember there was this one guy that came over to us, and he saw us, and he was like, I think they had like apple cider for the children, but of course they had champagne for the adults. I mean, it was big. And I remember the three of us trying to dress up because we was all poor. And we came through, and this white man, I'll never forget this white man, he made us feel comfortable, like he was watching us. Because I was watching him, because the way he came over to us and was like, "Did you get a yeah? Bring them some apple cider vinegar. What school y'all from? Where y'all hailing from? Ooh, the Bronx. Okay, da da da. Well, keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all, you're already on the right path. All that good stuff. You're on the right path. Da da da. You could be anything. Don't let your circumstance hold you back. Like yo, I'm telling you, that's like I felt like I'm telling you. And then after he walked away from us, like I said, I was watching him, and he was watching us. And I was like, what? I was like, yo, this feel kind of, and then even with my classmates, I was like, yo, this feel kind of creepy. I was like, yo, like all these adults, but they were looking at their investments. So that they were tracking, because when I walked into the doors of I had the choice of going to any high school I wanted to in the whole of the five boroughs, except for Bronx High School of Science. I was not that much of a nerd. I was like, no, I'm not taking that test. I don't want to be there. Y'all go ahead. Because that's like if you want to be an engineer, doctor. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? But I could have walked into any high school. And when I did walk into high school, I had 6 high school credits. I was taking classes with sophomores. So it's almost like I skipped a grade. And I remember they was like, "What are you doing? Aren't you a freshman? What are you doing in this class?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got skipped." They didn't believe it. I was like, "Well," they was like, "It must be some kind of mistake that you hear." Da, 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 da. And I was like, "My grades don't say so." Like, I always had to battle like people that were older than me. I always had to go against people that were older than me. Right. Yeah, there was a lot of different programs. They don't have those type of programs anymore, especially in New York. Like, they don't even have the LPN program that I graduated from. I heard they did away with that too. That was a vocational training program through an adult learning center with the Department of Education, and they closed that. That's why I knew something's. People was like, they're gonna start closing that down because that's a godsend. You know what I'm saying? So you need to get your nursing while you can with the fast track program, and I took advantage of it before they shut that shit down. But I'm telling you, these organized, once they get your name and your information, they follow you. Even as you grow older, they follow you. They to see how you do. Um, and even oh yo, I don't want to go through my whole life story, but I'm just telling y'all. If you've been in certain organizations, you will know that these people have been watching, whether it was through school, whether it was through church. You know what I mean? PAL. We had PAL back in the day, the police athletic league or whatever. I think that's what it stood for, the police athletic league. And in the summer they would go to different parks and they would have activities and double dutch and basketball tournaments, and they would have all kind of board games and stuff like that in the different parks in the city. Okay, so and then they have one big party towards the end of the summer, and all the police officers, the sergeants, the captains, and everybody will be out there. You understand me? But I feel like that was a good way for them to get to know the neighborhood. Yeah, PAL. That's what I'm saying. Police. I think it was Police Athletic League. I think that's what PAL stood for. Um, yeah. So a lot of these little programs and stuff like that, these people were watching you. They to see your potential. Okay, and ever since then, your name been on the list, honey. Your name been on the list, right? So that's why we got Pineapple Reconciliation. We got Scales. Keep your life in balance. Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Butterfly. A change for the better. Teapot. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Mountain Road, you are on the road to success. And Pig, beware of greed. So, listen, y'all. Throughout your life, you have been, watched, right? So, I think as an adult, you would have thought that maybe that would have stopped. You went through your trials and tribulations. Life got ahead of you. You started adulting, so you felt like maybe you fell underneath the radar. But as an adult, maybe you started tapping into your gifts, and now they still got you on the radar. They still got you on the list, like I said. Possibly to see how they can work with you, to see if you would be a good fit for a program, for something, for a position, or to see if you are a threat. Okay. To see what kind of threat you is, what kind of mentality, what you working with. You see what I'm saying? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Follow you, boy. Not only that, if you had children, they looking at your whole fam bam wham. They looking at everybody. So there's changes is coming. Wow. There's changes that are coming because things are coming into balance now. What's this? Animal energy channel. Look. Yeah, because remember now, these people in these organizations, in these groups, they know about future happenings even before we do, because they have astrologers, you know what I'm saying, in on their team. They have oracles on their team. You see what I'm saying? So this is why they always looking out, because they know, okay, there's gonna be certain people. Don't that look like Moadib before he got locked up? Don't that look like Moadib? You know what I'm saying? Moadib. Moadib. Oh, this is too many. Moadib. Moadib. Yeah. Just by your name alone. Just by your name alone. Like, not for nothing, Stranger Things. Remember what they talk about with those children? And that program? That shit really happened on Long Island. You understand me? That shit really, 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 really happened. Yep, look at this. I'm telling you, it's a shocking, it's an ego death. Look, a shocking truth that's coming out about your destiny, about who you are, about your capabilities. Look, yeah, judgment. Like, even if certain groups sought to suppress you, okay? If they sought to suppress you, suppress your gifts, suppress... Yo, because we got to have a moment of silence for some of the realest readers. If y'all if y'all new to this game, y'all missed out on a lot of the real. Right now, we got the popcorn, bubble gum, 25-cent, quarter water, readers. But back in the day, like when I started watching tarot, like we gotta say rest in peace to Jupiter's Law, cause she was wicked, but she fell off. She may post up a little something of her doing something else, singing something. Manna, you hear me? Manna was wonderful. She used to do weekly astrology joints, and she was the bomb. Rest in peace to Manna. There was another sis. She was like, "Oh, I'm just doing this until I pass." I think she was going to law school, and she was upfront about it. She was like, "I'm just doing tarot until I finish college." Like, she was like, you know what I'm saying? She was like, I'm just doing this until, yeah, I'm gifted, but this ain't going to be my real money bag. She was like, and then after that, I think after she graduated, I ain't see her on YouTube again. So many readers that they were on a watch list, and they either had to fall off, they had to either claim Christianity. They either had to claim Christianity, right, and denounce tarot, or they had to join the program, started doing other stuff. Even damn, what's her name? Her name used to be Angelic Guidance, Stephanie. She went through her transitional period where she started doing makeup and da da. I was like, no, girl, no, where the messages at? But at least now she comes back and she does quick messages. She didn't fall off completely. So she was definitely pivotal, and her name is Stephanie Smith. I think that's the name of her channel now. Who else? There was a plethora of people that fell off the map. My T deck, La Reina OG, she was dope too. I don't know what happened with her. Like, people just, and then and they'll say, like, listen, y'all, something happens to me, you know what happened, wait, tay, blah, blah, blah. But I'm getting right now, like, none of that is about to happen to the real ones. Like, we may go underground. I feel like with the ego death, we might have to go underground. And, like, the only way you're going to be able to reach us is if you local. Like, we going to be in the jungle somewhere. Ha! Doing on her shaman shit. I'm so for real, like, cause it's getting there. It's getting there. Cause either they doing shit like, oh, I haven't pulled from here in a while. Let's pull from here, from the Divine Feminine. And I'll pull a God energy too. But yeah, like, it's been a minute. A lot of the readers just started falling off, you know? Or they just gotta conform to, your baby daddy's dating the neighbor, coming out with them stupid ass type of readings. Like, they're not with the real, but there's a change that's coming for the better, I feel like. Um, oh, we got Lilith, the first woman. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. Yes, in honor of Ishtar season, Inanna, yeah. Then we got the Divine Mother, Sarada Devi. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment, which we got right here. Because guess what? That's for the Most High to place down the judgment, okay, on certain entities, organizations that don't mean you any well, that seek to bully you, that seek to get you off of a platform or silence you. Oh, this is so pretty. Lolita, the red goddess. Playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to the light. Yup. I think that is what has helped a lot of and beware of greed as well. Who was the other one? Oh my gosh, she was a Pisces. Where's she at? She was real skinny. What was the name of her channel, y'all? She was a Pisces. She was from South Africa. She was crazy skinny. She had a daughter. I forgot her name. And she's been MIA. She'll leave, come back, leave, come back. They fucked with my Cash App. They messing with my bank account. Blah, 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 blah. What's going on, Shrey? They messing with my bank account. What was her name, y'all? Damn. Like, nobody talks about them no more. Now I'm going to talk about them. Because they gave me life. They gave me life. They gave me direction. Spiritual OG. Thank you, Secret Lair. Spiritual OG. Where is she at? Is she okay? Then I found out she was a Libra. What was her name? Damn it. She was a big girl too. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. Thank you. She was a Libra. She a Libra sun, Taurus moon, something rising. And she was a chunky girl like me I think she was from Georgia. And her readings used to hit like she wouldn't use tarot. She only used the oracle. I heard she passed away. Nobody knows how. Nobody knows anything. No, Olivia, yeah. No, they said if you go to her channel, they said she passed away. I'ma check Instagram, but the same top 3, yeah. Like, yo. Love you, Stray. You already know. Catch it on the playback. So I gotta pay homage to those that came before me or around the time that I came through, you know what I'm saying? And things happen to these people. Things happen. And I feel like a lot of these organizations. OG is on Instagram. Oh, spiritual OG is on Instagram only. Okay. Yeah, I was heartbroken when I found out about Olivia. And I was like, damn, nobody don't know how. What happened? What happened? I think she was going to get surgery, y'all. I'm not sure. See, this is why we gotta stop the bullshit with this surgery shit. It's gone too far. It's gone too far, you know. Let me pull a crystal. Hold on. Let me pull some more. But yeah, because you know what I'm saying, you know, yeah, we've been being watched, yo. You know what I mean? And it's just like back in the day, they'll be hunting for those oracles. Just like even in the Matrix, remember, wasn't they going after the oracle? You know what I'm saying? Yo, y'all, love you too. But we got the truth here. The truth always reigns supreme. The truth always gonna reign supreme. I feel like if you do have a channel, okay, or a page on any of these platforms, right? Knowing to always keep your life in balance. You know what I'm saying? Because change is coming for the better, and that no one can hold you down. As long as you're not greedy, as long as you're not doing it. Look at this eye of the storm, y'all. As long as you're not doing it for greedy means, like you want to make money. Like, I feel like the ones that got so successful, that was their only means of finances. Like, this is, I don't make nothing. Listen, I think off of my YouTube, I think I made $300 last year. According to my records, I made $300 for the whole year. And that includes the super chat. So if y'all didn't give me any super chats, it would have been way less than that. Y'all thinking that we making money off of these platforms. No, siree, Bob. It's when y'all support us, when y'all support and buy our products and, you know, get consultations and readings and things of that nature. That's how we make a little change. But that's 9 times out of 10, it ain't going to be enough. You know what I mean? And that's why I said Most High is keeping me for a reason. My numbers are low for a reason, because Most High is keeping and carrying me and keeping me shielded. You see me? Then me reaching all of these high numbers and all that, then they're going to have to put me on the list of, listen, you're getting that knock on it, you going to have to say Jesus. Or disappear altogether. And you're no empress. You see what I'm saying? Let's get a God energy. Hold on. Let's get this God energy. Yeah, man. Truth is coming out. There's an ego death. That's a tower mode. That's the tower card. Okay. Eye of the storm. Ooh, Vishnu. Balance. Ooh, I like that. And Eros. Love. Yes. Virile. Aries. Yes. I'm telling you. Masculine energies balancing out their energy for real, between their higher and lower self, their warful nature. You know what I'm saying? The part of them that goes to war, you know, that force, that strength, you know what I'm saying, and bringing the agony, you know. Yes, we love to see it. We are here for it. Okay, so divine masculine, I'm getting like when you was a child, for example, if you were in like martial arts, if you were in like the fruit of Islam, um, um, what's the other one? The nation of gods and earths, the security for the nation of the gods and earths. I'm drawing a blank right now, but like you were within certain groups as well. Okay, like I said, if it wasn't church, if it wasn't school, you know, then it was the mosque, then it was karate school, you know, any extracurricular activity, these groups, like you were being watched and you had a level of energy I'm getting too, or you were good with animals. Okay, you always like to have, you wanted a pet, even if you couldn't get it. You was always, you know, in nature, collecting lizards and things of them thing, you know. I remember the boys on the block because we had the Bronx River in our backyard. So they used to go, back in the day, there used to be crawfish in the Bronx River. See, we lived in the clean part of the Bronx. We didn't live in the dirty part. We was from uptown. So we could go in Bronx Park and, you know what I'm saying, and play. Yeah. Scavenger hunt. Man, remember we used to talk about manhunt and all that. But the boys used to be like, yo, we going to the river, Crystal. You want to come? I'll be like, no, because you're going to be taking them nasty crawfish. And one boy was like, I'm bringing it home to my mama to cook. And I was like, you are nasty. I was like, you eat is... That, to me, was sea roaches. Crawfish, I was like, ain't no meat on there. I'll never forget the first time I had crabs was in Bronx Park. Y'all taking me back. Hold on. Y'all need to slow down. Y'all need to slow down taking me back like this. Hold on. Y'all taking me way back. Yep. Yeah, catching butterflies. You know what I mean? Like people what you know, or even an after school program. What was the summer job joint? Summer youth program. And I'm talking about all the things that I see. So I don't know where you from, what it was called, or something that was similar. But for in New York, that's what it was for us. At a certain age, you could get a job during the summer. And it was called Summer Youth Program. And like I remember my first job was working in the summer camp with the little kids. I was like a teacher's aide, basically. Working in the summer camp. You feel me? Yeah. It be like that. Most High wants you to kill like what you thought. Yep. I'm telling you, you're gonna be called to like wear your natural hair or maybe wear a light covering. Like I've been wearing this a lot. You know what I'm saying? Going out in nature, going out in a park, like, you know, reliving your childhood, tapping into your inner child, because the ego has to die. Because that adulting part of life, like that, taking life too seriously, right? Needing to be playful, okay? Needing to be playful is key here. Look, balance. Getting that movement on. Look like he dancing. What didn't Vishnu play an instrument? You know what I'm saying? Wasn't he a player of instruments? That's another thing. Maybe you was in the band playing instruments, making music, writing them bars. You see me? Writing them bars. Look at this. Peace of mind is coming. Definitely. And you see them two swans there like that. Like rising above all of the drama that's coming forward. The shift that's happening and going into the eye of the storm. Because Most High always keeping care of you. That's what I feel like. Damn, that's too much. They put that back in. Damn, even though I want to keep some of that. That came out last time. Milestones, courage, deserving, definitely. Because you're deserving of this new shift. Like, because I feel like, boom, with these scales. Okay, it's coming forward. With these scales here. Because you were watched at a young age by these organizations, you were thwarted off your path. That's what I'm getting. Like, you were thwarted off your path. Because you were supposed to be great from long time ago. I'm getting. Like, you was on the road to success, but then you went on a detour. Like, I know for me, I got pregnant at a young age. So this is reconciliation with your original timeline. This is reconciliation to your original path, your original destiny, because you was always gifted. You was always in the gifted program. Or you had gifts. Or you had, even if you couldn't afford the extracurricular activity, like, you know, you always were into something and you exuded like almost adult like wisdom within, like you were prodigies. I'm telling you, a lot of us that sent you because you became an adult. As soon as you became pregnant or got someone pregnant, you became an adult instantaneously. You were no longer a child. You see me? We got stuck, and you're coming out of this and this stuck energy. Yup, that's what's happening. Look at this. The loving man is here again. Somebody's son. Somebody's son might bring the professional assistance. Or you are that somebody's son. Bringing in the balance. Okay. All right, let's pull some tarot. Where's the tarot? Yep. And I feel like you always had a gift of channeling. Right? You always had a gift of reading the energy in the room. Okay? And now you have a lot of ascended masters, guardian angels right now that are pushing this forward for you. You know, you could, because let's say if it was in a church, right? And they saw that you had mediumship abilities. They told you that was of the devil. Leave that shit alone. You know? Don't talk about that. What's this? We got Nine of Cups. Bubble, bubble, boo. What's the trouble? Page of Wands, that's good news. That's the death. You got ego death here. So we got Tower. So we got Scorpio energy twice already. But I like this depict. Even though there is some sadness, it's like there's still some life that can be salvaged from this energy. I'm also getting the underground. This is what I'm talking about. Like a lot of us are going to be going into the underground and helping those and healing those. Like if you see us, like some of us, we ain't going to be on social media like that no more. Or our platforms are going to, I've been saying that too. You know, going to be changing to something else. We're not going to be doing the same way. You're going to have to be local. You're going to have to hit me up local to come and get a healing, to come and get a cleansing. That's what I'm seeing. You're going to have to know somebody that know me to come and get a real-time cleansing type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, oh, we got the Chariot. Seahorse. Ah, Nine of Pentacles, 9-9. 9-9, it's a completion, y'all. You know, with the 9-9, everything spirals on itself. Because when you times it by 9, any number where you multiply it, right, by 9 equals 9. 9 times 4 is what? 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. Everything goes back to that end point, back to that completion. Let me get one more side. And then we got the World, talking about completion. Talking about the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end already. So, like I said, this is like a reconciliation with that world that you supposed to have been in, that you was thwarted from, you know, from you being able to make the movements to where you were supposed to be at. Look, and then judgment again. Listen, when I hear the word judgment, like in Rastafari, it's like, you know, the Rastafari judgment, like, it is like the heralding of the divine. Like there's nothing that you can stop that from coming in from the truth. Divine truth. Like there's nothing you cannot stop divine truth from coming forward. So you have to have a love for the divine when he exacts judgment down, even if you are on the receiving end of it, in maybe possibly a negative way, because guess what? You're going to learn. You're going to learn. You're going to learn. So this cycle, this time around, Most High is like, did you get it yet? Did you get it yet? Did you get it? Did you get the lesson yet, baby? Because I got something else. There's something else we need you to do. There's something else we need you to do. There's a whole nother. You were supposed to be on that. Like, that's like missing your flight. And Most High is like, did you learn your lesson of preparing, of packing beforehand? You know what I mean? Like, because you were supposed to be on that flight. It's okay. You missed it. There's going to be another one. But what happens? You usually have to pay another fee. Okay, you usually got to pay another fee or whatever the case may be. You're going to be late. You got to wait for that next flight. You may not be as comfortable. You got to take whatever accommodations there are. So Most High is like, we want you to get this lesson right now. Let me see what I'm going to use to clarify. Oh, I wanted to pull from this deck too. Hold on. I haven't pulled from this deck in a minute. But we got judgment. Like, you know what I'm saying? The horn. It's like the walls of Jericho. Most High is like, yo, there's a place. There's a frequency. I don't even think it's not a physical place, y'all. It's like a frequency, a level of attainment, a level of awareness. A level of awareness that you need to reach where you can, you know what I mean, be balanced on this earth. You can attain it while being on this earth. While you exuding your spiritual power. You know what I mean? Choosing the life that you desire to live, right? Irrespective of what people tell you, the life that you're supposed to be living, how you're supposed to be living your life. And Most High is like, listen, you just got to get unstuck. You just got to get unstuck. That ego death got to have, yup. Wow, it's crazy. Look, connect with music. What did I say about some of y'all being in the band? I'll take that. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Ow! Peaceful Warrior Archangel Ariel. Thank you, Ariel, for helping me stand my ground with peace. Again, some of us are good with our hands. Look at this. Some of us just be radiating at that energy, especially when we be real and authentic. Look, unconditional love again. The Divine Mother again. Okay. Thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me to give and receive the love I deserve. And remember, the deserving card came out. So this is what you have been deserving. Transformation. Transformation through past challenges. The past challenges that's sought to keep you from your true destiny, from your true path, that wanted you to keep taking the left turn. Yo, I'll never forget, I was coming from Texas, right? I had just left my uncle's house. Well, left the city, right? And I was on my way back to Arizona, and I'm driving, and I'm like, all right, we're going to stop for gas, and then we're going to hit the highway. And I got lost. And I don't never get lost. This was some divine intervention. I never get lost. The GPS, I don't know what the heck happened. I was definitely within a negative field, like a negative zone. And for 2 hours, I was so mad. I was so tight. 2 hours I was making a series of left turns in cornfields for miles. For miles. Do you hear me? I would pass the car. I'm not even gonna go here with y'all. I'm not even gonna go here with y'all. I'm not gonna do that to y'all. I'm not gonna do that with y'all. But listen, this is finally hitting. This is like the relief of finally, like, all right, seeing the sign for the highway. Finally seeing the sign for the highway, like, okay, we're here. We're approaching the highway. I'm not lost anymore. Even if the GPS is fucked up, I'm following them signs. Ooh, you gotta follow the signs, y'all. You're gonna have to follow, and it's not gonna be as easy to decipher. It's not gonna be as easy to decipher as in the past. And even those were hard to decipher. You gonna really have to dig deep on this one, y'all. Y'all gonna have to dig deep on this one. I'm already seeing it. This is digging deep for you to be able to. You're gonna have to be attuned to hearing it. Like today, I had so much deja vu moments. It was so crazy. So crazy. The ascension symptoms, y'all. Remember, we're approaching eclipse season. Mercury retrograde, all of that good stuff. So it's going to be Taurus season. Yo, I'm done. Just as I said Taurus. Just as I said Taurus. Taurus season. Regin. It's real. It's going to be real. And I'm worried about what I'm going to wear for my birthday. Like, no, son. The Hierophant. A year from now, during the spring, April 22nd to May 21st. The Hierophant, down to earth, sensual, prosperous, strong, stable, stubborn, perseverance, physical. That physical work, getting that work, y'all. Where to go? Yes, the squirrel. Being frugal. Okay, yeah. So, hold on. Let me pull out the rest before I start talking. Miscommunicate. It's out here, y'all. So, the tenets of the timing that we are entering. You're going to have to be clear in your communication. People are going to seek to misconstrue your words. May not understand the message. You may not understand. You're going to have use a clear eye. Hold on. People may just be, that's another thing. Yo. Most High never ceases to amaze me. Never. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let me tell you something. There's a mix between the pentacles and the cups. The water and the earth energy. Of course, with Taurus and Scorpio in the north and south node. So there's an amalgamation of earth and water. What's the amalgamation of earth and water? The beach, the sand. That came up in the last reading. Yeah. I'm going to say this, y'all, too. You may get the nudge and the urge to go off and do something totally, I mean, like go and be, what's the word? Not a missionary, but like, so if you have any healthcare background, to go and be a healthcare worker in a whole nother country, a whole nother land. There's a call. You've had a calling on your life. That's also the Judgment card. You've had a calling on your life, and now Most High is reaping. Most High is reaping you at this time. Like, I'm plucking you as an ascended master. I'm plucking you out of that dead-end job. I'm plucking you out of that life that was a diversion. I told you these cards already, sweetie. Yes. Look. Hold on. Because this one is deep. Because sometimes I feel like I babble. But this one is deep here. Okay? With Venus in commerce, you're not going to have to worry about where your money is coming from. So if you have earth sign placements, water sign placements prominent, you're going into nature. Straight up. You're going to be going into nature. You're going to be going into the backwoods. You're going to be going, I'm telling you, because that's one thing too. Like, if you live in, it's almost like, because, you know, what, coming from a big city, right? In a prominent country. So coming from New York, Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? And you feel like, hey, beloved, you feel like you are coming from more of a, like, yeah, like, I'm not country, you know, I'm coming from the first world, okay? Right? But then now we got to go global, okay? So you coming from America, the UK, Europe, certain countries in Africa, certain countries in the Middle East, Asia, right? And now we're going to be going into the so-called third world energy, into the jungles, onto the islands, okay? Tropical regions and things of that nature, because there's some work that needs to be done. So just as Most High had you going in these bigger cities, like you grew up in the big cities in the first world country, now you're going to be going into the jungles, into the hills of the so-called third world. And you may not know nothing about that life, that country life. But I'm telling you, once you do, and you're going to be cleaning up, like, you may not even be into engineering, okay? But you're going to bring something to the table that's going to come and build an infrastructure. Yo, this is so deep. And rebuild the infrastructure of a lot of these places that were broken down by the, what's that, World Bank? I know what I'm talking about. The World Bank. You know what I'm saying? That done messed up. Because I remember I was like, yo, how Jamaican money, how is something $50,000 and that equals $10 in American money? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that shit don't make no sense to me. How? Yeah, $50,000 in Jamaican is, I don't know what it is now. I used to be able to do the interchange. Now I don't even know. That shit that shit is ridiculous. I'm like, what the hell? What happened? Remember, we going through the bottleneck of time. We're going through the bottleneck of time. So even though we're going into the future, we're stemming back into the past in a certain aspect and in a certain way. Most High is reaping you, the Hierophant. The Most High is reaping his chosen ones, his high priests, his high priestesses, his shamans, okay? Healers, holy workers. You're being reaped at this time. Most High is cooking up spirit. Something is cooking in the spirit realm. And Taurus season is going to kick it off like no other. Like I said, you're going to be called to wear more of your natural hair. And even if you put extensions, because I found out, I, I'm realizing a lot of European, Korean, a lot of other nationalities, they wear extensions too. That look like extensions. They wear extensions too. But it's because they wear their texture extensions, you may not be able to tell. Or if you can tell, it's like you're not then nobody asks them if their hair is real. It's only melanated women that get, is that your hair? Is that natural? But I'm telling you, if you wear extensions that matches your hair texture, no one, how will they know? No one will know. They're not gonna know. You're being called to live a minimalistic life. You've been through it. You've been through it, and you're like, it's time to try. You've been through it. Most High has shown you the gamut. Even though you've been on a detour, like you don't even know that your true riches lie within you living in nature. This kind of came out in the last reading too, but within a relationship. But this is like on an individual level. This is you, like for real, for real. Being secretive. Look, this is what I'm talking about. Saving, hoarding. Not really hoarding, but saving for a rainy day, getting them stockpiles up. Being prepared for anything. Yeah, because shit all got hit the fan. The miscommunication, right, with the Mercury retrograde happening, coming up. Paperwork being slowed down. But there's going to be good news, I feel like, coming with it. There's going to definitely be, I think you're going to be passionate about this. You're going to be passionately throwing shit away. Start using more natural makeup, like you're gonna go through, yeah, and you're gonna be like called to, start, even if you use makeup, make sure it's vegan, just because it's just better for you and better for your body, and you're just like, ew, that's nasty. I don't want to put and then with that animal energy here, you connect with, and if you were able to connect with animals, right, you able to connect with any energy. So also with animals, right? You like, why would I want to use the sebaceous glands of an animal? That they slaughtered the animal just for that. Like they showed it to you in Avatar 2. Aren't they coming out with another Avatar this year too? Avatar 2, right? Way of the Water, how they were slaughtering them them big ass animals, just for one little section of liquid. It seemed like their pineal liquid. Their pineal gland liquid. At that. Look at this, y'all. We got double rainbow with the death card. Duality, perfect timing, ascension, serendipity, light codes, cohesion, as above, so below. And we know what the rainbow represents. The rainbow represents the covenant between you and Most High. Not for Most High to remember not to slaughter you, but for you to remember that Most High is never going to let you down. That the Most High is always going to bring about an intervention, especially when things have to change. When things have to die off. Now, this is what I was speaking about with like going to a third world country and like helping to build the infrastructure, okay, of this country to be more self-autonomous. Somebody is going to be working with helping to heal animals too. I'm definitely getting that. Like going in nature, like in the sea, and how these animals get caught up, not just in the oil spills, but like in fishing poles and the rods and the line and the net. and it maims them. They wash up on the beach, you know, and people help them and then put them back into the water. Like, that's a level of unconditional love than no other. Because most people wouldn't care. They'll just be there laughing at the whale like, oh, look at it. It's choking on the thing. Oh, well. Like, oh, well, it's choking. That whale ain't my cousin. It's not a human, so why should I care? Why should I care? This ending is like perfect. I'm telling you, this is simultaneously something ending and also something beginning. So whatever happens, I'm getting like, this could be you getting kicked out of a spot or whatever, and then somebody reaching out to you from a whole nother country, and it's like, I like the work that you do. I think you would be a good fit. We trying to open up some kind of wellness healing spot over here. We'll be able to help heal you in order for you to help heal other people as well. Or losing a job and then moving, because then we got Wolverine here with the Chariot. Fierce, unpredictable, wild, power struggle, like untamable, determined. Like, this is like your true untamed self, your true untamed intelligence, presence of mind, your gifts is unmatched. Here, I'm getting to the red carpet is going to be rolled out for you in those, for that place, right? See, because you're not judging. So you're not like looking for them to come pick you up in a BMW, or whatever the case may be, because that doesn't denote wealth, honestly. That doesn't, like, when people get caught up with these names and name brands and all of this other shit, like, yeah, it's nice, but I'm telling you, like, this is like the finest silks. Yes. Yeah, because look at their garments. Like, that's not no cheap garment. And these are I'm getting like, these are like the servants, like, getting together. You know what I mean? This is you. You could be a limousine. You getting picked up in a limousine. You could be getting picked up in a limousine, possibly. But for whatever, you know what I'm saying? Wherever you going, they gonna roll the red carpet out for you. And this is the power struggle. Okay, here we go. Here's what needs to be worked out. Because there's an attempt to tame you throughout your whole life. Those organizations, those programs, they wanted to quell. That's like Professor X and Jean Grey. He put a series of locks on her mind so she wouldn't be able to tap into her raw Phoenix, Lilith, Kali energy. That raw primal, uncontrollable desire to live a certain way. The way that the Most High had it for you. Listen, overflowing abundance. This was supposed to be you long time in the jacuzzi or in nature, in Dunn River Falls. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you supposed to be at. Like, you were supposed to have been there. Somewhere that you possibly always wanted to visit or you wanted to go, and you wound up just living there. I said that in the last reading. Like, this ain't no travel destination. Like, this is you going up and living there. It's going to be tears of sorrow and joy, y'all. It's going to be tears of sorrow and joy. Because there's going to be an ending. So, let's say you got to up and leave. And you going, but you going to paradise, though. You going to paradise to fulfillment. You going to be like, bye. You going to miss all the people at your job that you used to love working with. But you ain't going to miss that life of paying all them bills. Not saying you won't be living free. But what if you go into a place where you could buy land and build your house on here? You know what I mean? And you ain't got to worry about light and all of this water bill. Like I said, building infrastructure. And the village ain't like the village no more. They got modern shit nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Chasing after something. Chasing after self-autonomy with the Nine of Pentacles. Chasing after that cohesiveness with the Most High. For you to live out your calling. Like, what is my purpose, Most High? What am I supposed to be doing on this earth? Am I living out my full potential, Most High? You know what I mean? Am I being used efficiently? Is my energy being used efficiently? Have I done enough level of healing for me to be a productive member of the collective? These are the things that you're thinking about, and you know where you would thrive. Most High knows where you would thrive. Maybe you may not even know where. You're like, well, damn, the world is such a big place. I don't know. Language barriers, this, that, this. None of that is going to matter. Look, at the bottom of the deck with the Judgment is the Air card. Like, you're going to have the intelligence. You're going to have the communication skills. Okay? You're going to be diplomatic. Know how to deal with people from other cultures. This is key. So when you was in those gifted programs and all of these things, you had to deal with people from different, even if you was in an inner city. Like when I was in a gifted program, you already know I was in the classes with Asians, Indians. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole bunch of us in there, even though in the heart of the Bronx. Because people came from all over to be in that program. The African them, Abube. I'll never forget Abube. Everybody used to love to cheat off of Abube and Chinadu. Chinadu, big up Chinadu and Abube, wherever them there. To be diplomatic, to be able to deal with people from other cultures. I seen a video recently of, it was like this teacher and this student. They were making salat, right? Because it's during Ramadan. And this ignorant ass black teacher was like, why? Who told them they could go in my office and while I pray to Jesus and was stepping all over their mat, stepping all over them while they was making salat to be like I felt like that. See, that's that ignorant shit that I'm talking about. Like having no unconditional love for another human being for their way to connect to the Most High. Okay, you believe in Jesus, so what? That's how you connect to the Most High. So that means that yours is better than theirs, or because theirs is of the devil, that they're evil because they pray to Allah. Like, get out of here with that shit, man. Like, those days are over. Like, those are the people that's going to be washed away. Those are the people that's going to be left behind. You know what I mean? She thought she had her big time position. I don't know what she was, a dean or what. That she was like, who told them they could go in my? It was so. To me, it was just like such a disservice, like to herself, that she looked so ignorant. You yourself as a teacher, you gonna do that instead of being like, okay, y'all could use my office. Just let me know when y'all done. I mean, stepping over them, stepping over their prayer mats. I think she stepped on the little boy, the boy's hand. Like, yo, I was furious when I seen that. I was like, oh no. Look, y'all, you got the world again. Y'all gonna be traveling. Y'all could, yo, I'm telling you, I'm getting travel. I'm getting moving across the globe. Think big, bitch. Think big. Think the whole world. Bending space and time. Look how the earth, because guess what? The earth is changing. The earth is shifting. And listen, y'all know that the continents are shifting too? Africa is not one solid. You know, there's Africa's cracking and down the middle. You know that, right? Same thing is going to happen in North America, y'all. I keep telling y'all the waters are coming. The earth is it's going to be broken up into more separate pieces of land. It's not going to be 7 land masses anymore. With that chariot, the 7, it's going to break up into like maybe with the world card 21. 21 or 20 with the judgment I'm getting. Going from 7 to 20. Ooh. Yep. These large land masses are going to be breaking up again, y'all. Look. Look at the... Look. Tears of sorrow, tears of joy. You going to have to position yourself because you a light one. You already know. I'm getting to... Look, like I said, from childhood. This looks like, yo gifts. Yo, I'm getting emotional now. From childhood. And now that you're an adult, now you're going to take that childhood wonder and you're going to explore. You're going to explore this world because it's going to be new. And Most High is strategically placing us. Look at the little orbs. Look at the orbs. Most High is strategically placing us on different places on the earth to be a beacon of light. So we got foreign affairs. Again, that's the diplomatic energy. Separating off yourself, being estranged, independent, right? That's what the 9 of Pentacles, of course, independent work. Being a refuge for the communities that you are going to be servicing. Oh man, this is crazy. Let us read something. Let us read something because I could go on and on about this. Is a deep one. This is a deep one. Eye of the storm, safe haven. Eye of the storm is a safe haven for your soul, a calm center no matter what upheavals may occur, a life support system during stressful times or serious illness. Hold on to it during challenges so that you keep things in perspective. You may be allowing the challenges and traumas of life to push you off center. Stress and pressure are a major cause of your dis-ease. You could be focusing too closely on one aspect of life to the detriment of others. Look at the wider picture. Time to relax and let go of stress. Stay mindful rather than watchful. Right? Don't be reactionary. Okay? Be decisive. Access a dream. Excess adrenaline adversely affects your immune system. So constantly being in fight or flight. This is why I'm telling you, Most High going to put you up somewhere. Yeah, you going to be possibly coming out of a big city, going into the country. You know what I mean? And it's going to be a culture shock too. It's definitely going to be a culture shock for you. You might have to go a well. Get you some water. You're going to have to, literally, this is a well. I'm bugging. Look. Going to the well, it bringing back water. and things of this nature. Time to relax and let go of stress. Right. Switch on the positive potential in your cell walls. Meditate quietly to rejuvenate your DNA. You can stay centered and calm no matter what storm rages around you. Timing this is could happen anytime. Soul path, walking safely through the storm, walking safely as the shit hits the fan, because it's going to be on a global stage. This is going to be global. This is going to be global when shit hit the fan. When Babylon fall, everybody going to feel it when Babylon fall. Wow, this is deep. Let me read something else. Let's read this animal energy channeling. Let's read that. I'm telling you, I feel it. Like, I feel it hard. Like, it's almost scary. Like the total 180 flip. Going to a whole nother part of a whole nother section. You know, if you above the equator, you may go below the equator. I am not jealous of anyone. It brings me joy to see others experiencing happiness and joy. The dragonfly is not jealous that the eagle flies closest to its creator. He simply flies where he can and is unbothered by the birds of prey. The eagle's meal is not the same as the dragonfly's meal. Therefore, there is no construct of jealousy in the animal kingdom. This card emerges when you need to ask the oracles of the animal kingdom for their guidance and medicine. The creatures and animals exhibit habitual patterns. These will deliver messages of healing to anyone looking hard enough to observe their lessons and integrate them into their life. Animal medicine is always free and has hundreds of lessons to impart. Drop in on yourself and take note of all the creatures you see during the rest of the day. Crystal pairing, tiger's eye. And let me tell you something too. This is why, like, with astrology, especially Chinese astrology, like, it's mostly, and then we got the pig here. So somebody could be a Chinese astrology pig, right? Looking at the different astrological systems, not just Western astrology, is key. I'm also getting to our ancestors used to watch. We had the time to watch nature, to see, like, have y'all seen, like, now, like, I think it was a sis that, like, there's a man, he does it with the animals, and he does the voiceovers, like, what you doing over here, homie? Get out our hood. Like, and it'll be animals, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we used to do in antiquity. That's why you see in the Kemet pantheon, certain deities, they'll have the face of an animal, because it's the characteristics of the animal. These animals carry characteristics. And you can't tell me they're not sentient beings. They cry for their young. I seen a video of an elephant trying to get humans to come and help her because her baby was stuck in a ditch. And she was trying to stop trucks on the road. She went to the road and she was trying to stop trucks. And people just were scared, like, and just tried to run. But one man was like, let me see what she talking about. And let the elephant lead, led the man to her baby. And they got cranes and yeah, and got cranes and everything to get the baby out of the ditch. This is the shit that we talking about. We've gotten too far into the city life and the city living that, you know what I mean? Imagine if nobody would have stopped. And she was crying, like, help me, my baby. As smart as and intelligent as elephants are. Needing to be able to tap into unconditional love for the whole planet, man. You could call me hippie, you could call me a tree hugger, you could call me a chakra fairy, all that good stuff. But some of us gotta carry that kind of energy for the world, for the earth. Period. You know what I mean? For us as a whole. Come on, Wolverine. There's a whole talking about Jean Grey. Logan. Talking about Logan. Okay. Okay. Y'all want to read Ego Death? Hold on. I know it is getting late. I need to make me some tea. Yeah, they trying to stop. My throat was acting up. I was like, that ain't going to stop me. That ain't going. Sudden changes occur in our everyday life and result in our awakening to another level of self. Gogoro brings the change you feared in Etan. Gogoro reminds us that handling problems from a grounded perspective will always yield better results than charging in a reckless manner, which could have dire consequences, right? So don't be reactionary. Be decisive. Obelisks are placed on a key, or no, obelisks are placed on ley lines. See, this is the whole, see? What's the realm of astrology? It's called astrocartology. And certain places, according to your birth chart, certain places on the planet will be conducive for you financially, will be conducive for you romantically, even conducive for you holistically, conducive for you in business. There's different parts of the earth according to where you were born. You got to start getting into it. You see me? Into these ley lines. Baba, I gotta see. I might watch that tonight. But Ross Ben, he dropped another parallel on the 40th ley line, y'all. Check that out. Obelisks are placed on ley lines to harness the energy like lightning rods. Harness that energy when Goro appears, and remember that change is the only constant. The universe will send you a wake-up call if you are not fulfilling what your higher self came here to do. Right. There's going to be a course correction. We can get lost in the material and become stuck and then live. Yo, this is crazy. Yeah, I was just thinking about my car payment. I was like, yo, that shit don't make no fucking sense. Listen, we can get lost in the material and become stuck. And then life gives us an experience for freedom. When Gogoro arrives, it is time to relinquish the old habits, thoughts, and programs that keep you a prisoner in your ivory tower. View something from a different perspective and allow for the full transformation. If Goro appears in a spread for you, it is time to consider the following. Am I ready to have my plans turned upside down without a warning? Yup, because you already know with the divine intervention, most high plans, his will be done. Your higher self, the universe, will be done. Irrespective of what your ego thought you was gonna do, how you was gonna live your life. Oh well, I'm gonna move over here. What you talking about? No, you going into the country, in the backwoods, where you scared of them big bugs and shit. Remember when I seen a scorpion? Ain't no exterminator, nigga. Where the humidity gonna frizz up that hair. And you gonna be left with an afro. what you thought? You ain't gonna there ain't gonna be no Amazon and no Sam's Beauty in the jungle. So you were just gonna have to wear your hair. You have to wear your hair. Let me see, anything else? You gonna have to wear your hair. Okay. You gonna have to be clever about shit. You gonna have to be alert. There's gonna be animals running through. Animals running through. Hey, beloved, thank you. Oh man, it took me a minute to get there. It's still not laying right, but that's okay. Y'all, thank you, boo. I was nervous about this look. I'm gonna pull, let's pull some love energy. Y'all, where's the tea deck too? Hold on, I gotta pull some tea too. This is real. Like, I'm telling, we gonna be using all the gifts that we acquired from young. I'm also get y'all passports together. These are the things that you get your nest egg money up, get your passport together, get shit together. Have a ready go bag. Like if shit pop off and you gotta grab a duffel bag, have it already packed with some clothes, you know what I'm saying? And I would say if it gotta be one pair, it gotta be long sleeve, you know, like long sleeve or whatever. Yeah, we feel it. We know. It's about the shit that has been prophesied. It's gonna happen. 2020 was just a test run. And it's not, and this time, this is, no one could say this is of man's making with double judgment. This is not of man's making with this double rainbow. This is not of man's making. This is going to be Most High. Because Most High is rerouting shit, period. Like, oh, y'all thought y'all was, oh, that was cute. Y'all thought y'all was going to control the masses? Oh, you thought that you was going to control the masses. I'm going to keep that. Yep, bringing conflict, energies of principality energy, disturbances. Like I said, possibly having to leave a place, up and leave a job, a place, a location, whatever. Unexpected changes, right? You're going to go through. Thank you. Listen, you're going to be going through an intro. This is collectively. I'm seeing a lot. It's going to, because remember, even when I made my shift, right, to Arizona, right, around that time, a lot of people started moving. A lot of people was moving. Okay? Not just from the East Coast to the West Coast. Like, a lot of people started moving. And then when I got here, a lot of people moved out here around the same time that I did. They were like, oh, I moved out here in 2018. I was like, me too. Or 2019. I was like, oh, okay, that was right after I got over here. Like, you know, Most High is shifting. Remember, because remember, it goes back to this. That electrical output of your heart, it needs to be in certain places on the planet. So you're going to have to repair any shattered viewpoint of yourself and who you are or who you think you are or whatever was shattered when you was growing up. That came out. Didn't that come out in last reading? Because you around, it says the wrong people, but I'm getting the wrong environment, period. You on the wrong ley line for the frequency that you were supposed to be at. You on the wrong ley line. And this is why it's affecting your stability. It's affecting your pockets. Look, ego at the bottom of the deck. Again, feeling stuck. Because you're going to be feeling like shit is going to start drying up. Right? Look. Shit is going to start drying up, right? But look at that car, though. That car is old as fuck. Like, leave it. Walk on foot. Hitchhike. Whatever you got to do to find that peace. We got keepsake. Okay? Hold on to the memories. You know what I'm saying? Pack light. Keep certain things. Like I said, I'm going to be doing an inventory. I'm going to do that this whole week. Adding stuff to the, because I just saw some shit. I'm like, yeah, I went through a bag. I was like, yo, I forgot. I should have brought it down. Of crystal jewelry I had made that never sold. You know, that's just sitting. And I'm like, hold on. I got all these crystals. Time to do a sale. Yes. Yep. Yes. That's what it's called. Astrography or cartography. One of the two. And then we got celebration. Birthday. Like, you gonna be happy. What's at the bottom? Yup. Admiration. You attracting. Again, year to 7. Attracting what you need to you. The admiration. And then I feel like you were, like she said, like, you ain't got to be nervous. You wearing that look. Like, people gonna admire you in how you look, period. How you are, how you naturally are. People is just gonna, you know, you're gonna be going away from the conflict, the bad influence, the negative environments, going away from the instability, the lack of finance. That's gonna be crazy, because it's like you thinking you gonna be getting all this money. Like, I'm telling you. And you don't even know. You gonna boss up like no other in a whole nother part of the globe. And as long as you got your true ones near you, you good. So I keep telling y'all about this sister, and that when quarantine popped off, right, and the whole world shut down. Remember, the whole world shut down. It wasn't just, it was the whole world. Sis she was on vacation in Mexico, but she was with her mother. So her and her mother pooled their resources because they couldn't leave. They couldn't get back to the States. And they had to find some way to live. Like, you know, of course, you on vacation, you only booked for so much time at your hotel. And it's expensive. So they was like, yo, we gonna have to find a hostel, something reasonable that we can stay here, because we don't know how long we gonna be here for. Where they could, and it was 2 women. Think about it. The homegirl and her mom, like, yo, I'm telling you, shit's gonna pop up. As long as you got the support. And then it said something about a support system. Having your support system. And I feel like going through this transition is going to strengthen that support system, or strengthen that bond within, you know, your family and friends, the true ones. Look, sexual healing. I'm telling you, ooh, that jungle. He go, instead of meet me in the jacuzzi, meet me at the well, baby. Meet me at the well, baby. Meet me at the waterfall. On the back end where nobody there. Nobody is there. Look. Negative influence, if you with the wrong person, they not going to be able to go to paradise with you. They're not going to be able to go to paradise with you. You know what I'm saying? Make a move. Make a move. The time is now. Someone is planning to take action, or it's time for you to make that move. And you don't even know your boo is there. Yeah, because I already know my boo ain't out here. Left the bitter taste in my mouth. Final shot. That's what I'm saying. Are you gonna miss your flight again? You're not gonna miss your flight, because the clock is ticking. We got falling in love. I think you're going to fall in love with this new spot. You're going to fall in love with the culture of the people. You're going to fall in love with the area you choose to reside in. You're going to fall in love with everything about this transition. You're going to fall in love with it. I'm telling you, it's going to get you unstuck in a way. Did I drop another card? It was the island. You're going to fall in love with it. You're going to fall in love with it. Yep. I'm telling you. Let's say you always wanted to live somewhere where it's warm all year round, flip-flops and sundress and tank top. It can be a reality. So what do you desire? The life you originally desired to live. Pure, undiluted, untainted. Mantra Shakti. Wow. Wow. I'm getting going on a cruise, getting left on an island. Let's say the boat leave without you. And then you fuck around and realize, yo, I'm gonna stay. Because you didn't want to go back to the boat. All the sights and the sounds and the smells and the food and the fruit and the music. Where is it? Did that fall? And the music. Smashiana. $40. I'm telling you, somebody turning 40 this year. Okay. All right, y'all. I know. Almost done. Her voice creates and dissolves universes. For real. Her vibration within our souls creates our life path. You have the sacred power of voice. How shall you express it? To call for effective divine assistance in all ways. Do not allow negative thought or speech to undermine your inner spiritual connection. Claim your voice and your power to create. Listen to your inner guidance and then set your course in motion. Although it may not yet be visible in your physical world, a new order is generating within the soul. In time, it shall manifest in transformed physical circumstances. And I feel like that's what these organizations and things, that's what they're afraid of, because those of us who have that power to be able to speak into command and with that horn, that's the sound coming through from the mouth, from the throat, okay, to be able to bring in the most, like, let the Most High's will be done. Let the Most High's world be birthed. Not that of those that seek to dominate, but the one who created it. Like, you know what I'm saying? The one that encompasses all. The new order. That's what they're afraid of. The power of the word as a creative force has been acknowledged through the scriptures of multiple spiritual traditions, from Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity, and Islam to the New Age and more. Word is vibration. It is resonance. It is sound. That's why the Rasta say word, sound, and power. Word, sound, and power. Yeah. That's why the players of instruments, that's why Bob was so revered. Bob Marley and them. Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer, Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaacs, like all of those who were players of instruments and singers and DJs. Like, because the word, bringing forth that word sound, calls it into existence. It is sound directed into intentional form. Mantra is sacred word, a sound that holds not only the power to create form, but has the medicinal qualities for healing mind. But don't certain music for real. Lively up yourself and don't be no drag. Lively up yourself. Yo, I'm telling you, certain songs can heal you. In taking form, it creates new and vastly improved circumstances on all levels of our being. The sound of a beautiful voice can draw us closer, and the shrill sound of something harsh repels. Sound can bring harmony from chaos and create beautiful patterns for manifestations that are healing and enhancing of life. It can disrupt and break apart that which has been built. Sound is powerful. The oracle indicates that you have the power of voice at your disposal. You have the power to speak your truth, to set yourself free, to choose what you say and how you say it. Your voice has the potential to profoundly affect your reality. This is not about controlling others. It is about claiming your power of choice and voice. It feels empowering and profoundly healing to work with mantra. The very act of using the voice with intention brings about change. It reconnects us to our divine empowerment, the innate creative ability we are granted along with our voice. It is the opposite of victimization that came out in the last one, despair and doubt. It is a connection with sacred power and higher consciousness directed with willpower. It is refusal to be silenced or subjected to an unconscious fate. It is the claiming a voice to co-create an inspired, deeply guided, and fulfilling divine destiny. It is taking the reins and sacred surrender into greater divine wisdom. Mantra is a pathway of connection to the higher self and the ancient ones of divine wisdom that continually watch over and guide humanity's spiritual evolution. I could go on and on. It talks about the Sanskrit mantras that were shared by sages, handed teachers, going to higher spiritual planes. Wow. And certain sounds like Moadib. Remember? Because I rewatched too. Moadib, he was like, my name is a killing sound. He said, Moadib. Because remember, they used to use sound and motion to fight. That was their weapon, was sound. And he used to go ooh in the machine and do a certain motion, and it will fire off. This is why prayers and spoken affirmations. Listen, that's why so many people were they wanted them to shut up. Because you awaken the sleeper. Father, the sleeper has awakened. Moadib is a killing sound. So, certain sounds. Your name in general can also reflect that. Or the name that you give you, like a channel name. Like, you know how that go. You start living a whole nother life. Or people give you a nickname. You're going to be going to this town or this island or whatever. And they go, especially Jamaicans too. They notorious for giving you a nickname. Babe. Yep. Longfoot. know how to go. You know, right? A lot of the native tribe, right? Blackfoot, right? They named them, it was like nicknames. Like, okay, this tribe got black feet, so we gonna call them Blackfoot because their feet always black. I think that's where I get it from. You know what I'm saying? All of these things are gonna be coming forward, y'all. Like, it's real, 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 real. It's real. Don't be reactionary, right? Take the time to reflect. Take the time. That's why preparation is key. To prepare for when these unexpected things happen. You don't know how it's going to take shape, form, what is going to be lost to the wayside. So you got to be prepared. Like, I feel some shit is about to pop off. You know what I'm saying? Let me get certain things in order. So that way, if got to up and move, got to do this, got to do that, whatever it is, you have the means to do so. And it won't be reactionary. You will be like, okay, well, I always wanted to leave here, or I wanted to live there, so I guess this is my chance. This is my chance to up and do what I always wanted to do, or to explore an avenue I always, that I never thought that I would. An avenue will open up for you to explore, and you like, I never thought I would do that. And Most High said, well, I did. I knew. I thought of it. How about that? And with that, y'all, I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to see y'all on the check-in. Peace.